Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new around here, make sure to like and subscribe. With that being said, let's go ahead and get this started. So this is my fiance's 2015 Ford Focus ST, and today we're going to be putting Catless Downpipe on it. Currently, it's just a stock exhaust with just a cold air intake, nothing special, still a stock blow-off valve too. So just got this thing racked. We're going to take it up in the air and go ahead and get started. This shouldn't take too long. This could be done on jack stands if you guys are at home and want to do this, but I don't recommend it because you sort of need a lot of space under the vehicle to get the old one out plus the new one in. But let's go ahead and get this thing up in the air and I'll show you guys what to do. So I forgot to mention we're going with a CVF Catless Downpipe, which is actually the same downpipe that this Focus ST over here has that I installed not too long ago. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's what it looks like. Nothing too special. It does come with a defouler already and the gaskets when you buy it, so that's a plus. A lot of them don't. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So I have the car on a rack. You can do this at home on jack stands, but I really don't recommend it because you need a decent amount of room under there. So you need to pull out your air box, your battery, and your battery tray, which is super easy. There's like a 7 or 8 mil here, 7 or 8 mil on the top of the vacuum pump, and then just undo the clamps, pull it just right out, and then the battery is just 2 10s plus 2 more 10s for the hold down, and then 3 10s under that that's holding the tray in, and then you just pull it right out. Also a T20 on the sound supposer if you haven't already deleted that. So we actually need to do this so that way we can get back here and get to the O2 sensors, which otherwise if you don't, I hope that you have small hands because you're not getting up there, especially with it being hot. So they're both just tucked away back here. They're on a bracket on the back of this high pressure fuel pump. So with all that out and unplugged, then you're ready to raise up the car, or like I said, if you're on jack stands you can jack it up, but I don't recommend that at all. Also, battery tray, the bolts always rust, so make sure you have a good drill and some good drill bits. I actually had to drill out the very back one on this one. The 2 front ones were perfect, back one was rusted gone, so couldn't get a socket on there. But let me go ahead and get this thing raised up and I'll show you guys what exactly to take off. So yeah. So once the car is racked, it's pretty simple from here. These cars are really simple to work on. So you got some 15s and 13s around this bracket. You got 2 10 mils here. I believe these are actually 15 or 14s. I can't remember off the top of my head. If you have a belly shield, you got to take that off. And then you got 2 13s here, 2 13s there. And then I want to say the C-clamp, if you guys can see that, it's really dark. I believe that's a 13 as well. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this bracket off. And then we'll work on the downpipe bracket. So my camera ended up dying. I didn't realize it until after the time lapse was over. But we ended up getting the new one in. So after you finish taking off all the bolts back here that I was talking about in the last clip, after I looked, you got to pull this clamp off, like I was saying, and then you can pretty much push the exhaust over the side, and you can just wiggle that cat out. It comes out pretty easy. It's not super hard to get out. But you can definitely get out of that hole without having to pull down your exhaust. Now the C-clamp is an absolute pain to get back on unless you get lucky and get it first try. And then for the brand that we got, the bolts actually aren't the best. That's the one complaint I've had about this downpipe that I've put on other vehicles and this one now. So I ended up having to take washers and cutting them little like grooving them so that way they sit flush. But from factory, there's actually pressed in studs here that we had to heat up and basically air hammer out. You also can take an oxyacetylene torch and melt them out, but that's not as clean because if you're doing this, most likely if you have a stock exhaust, they're going to be rusted to hell and back basically. There was no nut on ours, it was just round, so I had to air hammer them, cut them, and torch them off basically. But we had to take an air hammer and just knock them out, pull this exhaust down and knock them out. But let me go ahead and lower it down. I still got to throw the battery, air box, and a few other things in there, and we'll get a clip of what it sounds like. So I just got everything back together. Again, super simple stuff on the engine bay. While I was in here, I took the filter lid off and the hood sounding, just so that way she can hear the turbo noises a little bit louder. But it's just about time to start. I just cleared the code since the cat was bad. We did have some P0420 code in here. So let me get the camera set up and then I'll start it. They do have a very specific break-in procedure on these. I believe you have to start it, do not rev it for about 10 minutes, let it idle, and then after that you have to hold it at 2500 RPMs for about 2 minutes, and then after that you can just drive it normal, I believe for I think an hour or two, and then after that you're pretty much good. It's mainly just to break in the metal, make sure it tempers right, I believe is what it's for. But yeah, let me get the instructions just to be 100% sure, and then we'll start it. Okay, so I was wrong. You have to drive lightly for 5 miles instead of like a specific time limit. But so just start, don't rev, idle for 10 minutes, wait 10 minutes, and then increase the speed to 25 for 2 minutes, allow engine to cool, and then drive. So nothing too crazy. I'm not for sure exactly how precise you have to be on this. I definitely did not do that on my car, but yeah, so let me go ahead and throw you guys on the tripod and get a nice start. So not a crazy difference on the cold starts, however, there's definitely a difference on driving. My buddy has sort of the same setup as this, and you can definitely tell a difference. But I'm gonna let the idle start going for about 10 minutes like the instruction says, and then hold it at 25, which I'll show you guys once I'm in the cabin. Yeah, and by the way, if you guys do this, even if you do exhaust or downpipe or turbo, anything in the exhaust system, it will smoke for probably about 5 minutes at the pipe itself, because there's oil, grease on that from you touching it, plus where they machined it and welded it and all that good stuff. So I'm sure if we go up here in the engine bay, there'll be a tiny bit of smoke. It might not show up on camera. Yeah, there's just a tad bit. It doesn't show up on camera, but yeah, so we're gonna let it idle for about 10 minutes, and I'll get back with you guys. So I just got in the car. We are on step like 3 or 4 of holding it at 2500. It's kind of hard to hold it on the dot, but anywhere in between 2 and 3 really should be fine. I got the timer going. We got about a minute left. This is sort of the scarier-ish part. Not too bad, but the fact that this car has 230,000 miles is a little scary, which I still have to post the story on this car, even though it has almost 250,000 miles. It was maintained super good. We have all the maintenance records. It's a one-owner car. I definitely got to make a video on it here soon that I'll post for you guys, but let me finish up this, and then we'll take it for a drive and see what she actually sounds like. Right now it's not super loud. Like I said earlier, the idle is about the same. Even my Focus, which is basically full straight pipe, is still pretty quiet at idle. So let me finish this up, and then yeah.